in this video, we're going to just do some movements that you can use on your day of birth. So as we're going through that transition of labour, this birthing ball is just going to be your saviour. So we're just going to start seated on the ball. So in those first stages, when pain's just coming along, but it's not too frequent yet, and you're either at home or in the hospital, just waiting for things to sort of liven up a bit, then we want to keep ourselves moving as much as possible. We want to try and keep ourselves upright as much as possible to help the baby move their way down into your pelvis. So it's quite nice to stand and sway if you're feeling that strength in the legs. Obviously moving, even dancing, feels really good for the body, keeping those hips going. Obviously in between you want to get yourself on the ball just to give those legs a little bit of a rest really. So the same as really in our yoga on the birthing ball. We're going to start with a little bit of movement, so swaying the hips, circling the hips. So you may find those first stages of labour can go on for a few hours, so this can feel quite nice just to have that rocking motion to help you keep calm. Excuse my ball squeaking on the floor. So it's quite nice to dull the lights a little bit, so it's not quite as bright. Obviously you can't have real candles in the hospital, but you can have the little electric battery candles, or just some dull lighting that you bring in with you, so you can turn those strip lights off. So mood is really going to matter to help keep you calm. So just quite nice to make little circles with the hips, circling gently round, taking it the other way. Sorry about the squeaking. And you just want to gently rock from side to side. So it's not just in labour, this is a lovely thing to practice towards the end of your pregnancy when it is quite uncomfortable getting on and off of a sofa where you're sort of sitting quite crunched up really, because you're not sitting tall like you are on a ball or a chair. On the sofa quite often we're hunched like this, that doesn't give us much space in the lungs, in the body at all. So it's quite nice to get on the ball, because straight away it's going to make you have to sit up tall, creating that space in the lungs, in your body for you. And again, just taking off any pressure on your cranium, sort of down below, feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Obviously in labour, this is a great movement with the hips to be doing. And again, you can do this from standing. You may need to hold on to a partner, or just standing, swaying, almost sort of dance-like movements. You may just want a very gentle rock, maybe side to side, back and forth. They can just be small movements, they don't have to be big circles. It's just to keep you feeling more comfortable, or as comfortable as possible. So just taking that gentle rock, sway or circle, whatever feels good for you. And it's good to practice this towards the end of pregnancy. Like I say, it's going to take the pressure off the back, the hips, all down below on your pelvis. So just, it's quite a calming feeling rocking. So in your pregnancy, just practicing this. Again, dull the lights down like you want to do on your day of birth, and just giving it that movement. You put a little bit of music on, get into the mood of things, so then you're sort of getting that feeling ready for when you're in labour. It's also quite handy when you're sitting on this ball for your partner to be able to massage your shoulders. Again, you want to get them practising that towards the end of pregnancy, because you're feeling tight anyway, so you want to get them practising as well, because on your day of birth, again, that's a nice way to help get those good feeling hormones going in the body, keeping them going by massaging, helping you to feel calm. Okay, so other movements and things you can use with the ball. It's a nice way to rest, so you can bring your arms and just fold forward very gently. You may want to, again, just have a gentle rocking, maybe back and forth. Again, if you're getting quite tired, this is sort of a better way really to be. You don't want to be laying down on your back, you don't want to be stationary for too long if you don't have to be, because that's just going to slow down the birthing process, because that baby needs to move down. We do get to that point where the back can feel a bit uncomfortable,
Again, just bring the knees apart. Again, this is a nice position for your partner to massage or rub your shoulders, rubbing down your back. Different movements. Bring into more of a squatting position, just releasing the feet down. You can even put a rolled up blanket or towel or even a cushion under the back of your knees, so you're sort of sitting down but not completely sitting down, so it just takes your bottom and elevates it a little bit. So again, it's making room for baby to move down. You're opening those hips, making as much space in your pelvis as you possibly can. Other movements, if you're feeling up to it, lunging type movements. So again, you're opening those hips and just leaning against that wall. So if you feel a bit unsteady, you can place this ball so it's pressed up against a wall or your hospital bed or a bed at home or even a sofa, depending where you're birthing. You may be having a home birth in your front room, and then you may want to press this ball up against a firm object so that ball's not rolling anywhere. And just opening that hip. Again, you can do the same on the other side. Nice rocking movements. Again, these are good to practice. It's helping to open up those hips. So practicing this during pregnancy is going to help get those joints ready for when you're in labour, so it doesn't feel quite as bad on your joints and as intense if you suddenly start doing it sort of in labour and you've suddenly got your ball out and you're doing these stretches and it's the first time you've done them. It's also helping take some of the stress off the legs. But again, in pregnancy, we want to practice strengthening those leg muscles because there is going to be a time you're going to be standing, you may be holding onto a wall, but you need to have strong legs to keep you going in that upright motion. Your partner can hold you, but you know, you want to be able to have a little bit of strength yourself. Again, you can come into a bit of a child's pose position. Maybe you want to stretch. So you're opening up the back here. So your head's resting on the ball, you're stretching the arms. So a little bit of a stretch, even in labour. Again, you can bring the bottom further down, but roll up a blanket underneath. So you're keeping that lifting motion in your bottom. And just breathe here.